When users first encounter Leximancer, they have an intention in mind. For scientific people, for people who are academics, it's about following the science and seeing who's published what in Leximancer first. And part of that is actually seeing the images that are created. This is a composite image. It's got a map, concept map on the right-hand side and some of the right-hand pane on the left-hand side, but it has source images. This is a much more complex one. It's got a lot more tags. We're seeing here in Leximancer how that can look visually quite confusing, but can be simplified to a few grey dots and lines. So what is it that people want, and how do we produce it? We're not doing this inside Leximancer. We export SVG files, and those SVG files are also part of the sense-making process if it's not happening inside Leximancer. So let's look at some of the opportunities. We can download an SVG file, highest resolution, save that, and then we can open that up in different software like Boxy or with something like Inkscape. Now this is Boxy. We're just opening it up as it appears, and then just exploring that. We haven't actually got many of the elements reduced. Now this is opening it up on the software itself. We can see here we've got the groups, paths, we've got labels of different types. It's very difficult to see what is what. And now, if we want to analyze that, we've got to do a lot of bespoke off and on, which makes it quite hard. So this option here is opening it up in Inkscape, that SVG file in Inkscape. Much the same problem. We've got lots of text and circles. We don't know what's what. We could probably work it out from the XML file. I guess we could rename some things, but that's a bit messy. So we had a piece of software, made something very simple to create an SVG from the XML download when the map is created in Leximancer. Thank you very much for showing me how to do that, Ted and Andrew. And so now, because we've got all the themes labeled and the concepts labeled by theme and the tags and the speakers, in this particular instance of a project, so we can switch those on and off, and we can simplify the whole sense-making process from a single map. And of course, the visualization is only one element of the production, but you certainly don't want that to be painful for someone who's an academic and who wants to be thinking about other things. So by having this particular download, and we need a quality structure of the XML files to be able to get the coding that survives all the different uses that we have in Leximancer for data.